Two-man game, TMG, get the news fast, AMG, game of two boxes. Name two boxers that hit as hard as this. Yeah, we're cutting to the truth, no, there ain't no narrative. Eyes up on the cup this year, hear the stadium erupt this year. For my team, TMG.
Welcome to the Two-Man Game Podcast. TMG with myself, J.A.
Your boy, Money Mellow.
So we've been away.
It's been a while.
We've been in a lab. It's a catch-up session, man. This is a little bit of sports therapy.
Review.
Gosh. So much has happened since we last talked.
Too
What's
much,
it?
too much.
It's been about three weeks now since we last recorded.
Damn, way too long. Guys been hiding, been ducking the smoke.
So much has happened in the time. Shannon even left. Think about it, in the sports media, Shannon left undisputed.
Yeah.
To our Uncle Shay.
One of the realest. For sure, for true.
Maybe one of us will be on undisputed next week. You know.
If you replace him.
It's a tough gig though. Tough gig. This is episode 108.
No, it's 111.
111. 111.
111.
Gosh.
Triple ones.
Triple ones.
Put your ones up. Put your ones up.
Gosh. 111.
Or triple one. Put your triple one. One. Put your ones up. But yeah, we out here, we back again, getting back to it. Got a big summer ahead of us. Obviously, I'm going to be in the United States of America in less than 3 weeks.
So you can get some inside scoop. Maybe bump into some other ballers.
Yes, probably some bump.
Are you going to be out there when Spence fights Crawford?
Nah, I'll come back 5 days before it starts. So I'm going to try to do a vlog, ask people their opinions, who they think's going to win. That'll be a good way for us to introduce ourselves onto the TikTok,
Yeah.
And yeah, just really push this summer. Bigger and better, Let go!
Maybe we start off with boxing. This episode. Since we're talking about Spence and Crawford. And sometimes we neglect boxing. We can get into other things later. But the super fight, the fight that Melo's been talking about since the inception of the pod.
Essentially, yeah, basically.
Yeah, he's been talking about since the inception of the pod. Triggered by maybe this Garcia Tank thing. Maybe they started this off.
Yeah.
But when money talks and they saw the money on the table when those two fought, now the big fights are starting to be made, and it's culminated with this fight that people have always wanted, been thirsting for. Spence versus Crawford. Talk to me.
The first time, I'm so excited. My dreams are coming true. This is one of the best sporting events, definitely the decade so far. One of the best sporting events you probably could see in terms of actually quality of matchup, quality of people, proponents. Wow, this is high level stuff. You have two all-time greats going at it basically at the peak of their careers, still just about undefeated, undisputed, all the belts on the line, pound for pound number one's on the line, legacies on the line. Hopefully they can get at least 2 of these. If they split, then obviously a third. But boy, what a fight. I've been so excited, even watching the press conferences, which are this week, Tuesday and Wednesday in New York and in LA. It's got the juices flowing. The hairs in the back of my neck are standing up. I'm actually excited. I haven't been this excited for a sport event in a long time. This for me, it's up there with the World Cup in terms of excitement. Boy, this is crazy.
I can't believe it's actually been made.
I told you.
The talk, all that build up. I always thought they were gonna avoid fighting each other, but you did say that it's too big. You can't not fight these guys.
The only way I saw that happening is if injury or thank God that Spence was able to survive his crash, stuff like that would have stopped it, or if one of them obviously declined heavily, which hasn't happened, but. They couldn't, basically, same with Mayweather and Pacquiao, those guys couldn't have gone through their careers and not fighting each other. It would have been a big stain on their career, a big asterisk on their resumes. Same with Spence and Crawford, it didn't make sense. Someone had to do something to make it happen, whether you want to say Spence took less money because he's the A side, or Crawford left Bob Arum on top rank in order to make the negotiations a bit more smoother. They both have to give and they both did give and take, as you say. And now the fight's here. I mean, and what it's now 15th of June or 16th of June? Sorry, we've got 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah.
This is what, 23rd of July?
29th.
29th. 29th of July. Super fight. We've got a lot more build up in it. I think in terms of build up and spectacle, it's going to be up there as well because they already started the interviews. They'll probably do a bit more just around the country, build up more anticipation, more pre-talk, more trash talk before the fight. But I can see Crawford is itching for it. Spence is much more a laid-back character, plays his cards closer to the chest, but I can see Terence Crawford, this is what he's been wanting. Been itching for this. Every single interview, every single discussion, he's always ready to talk, and I'm looking forward to this fight. I don't know what happens, but what's your gut feeling right now in terms of?
It's the thing, no one really knows. I mean, it's a close fight. For me, it's whoever executes better on the day, handles the occasion better. Whoever's willing to go through adversity more, go through the fire more. I feel. Basically, put it this way, Spence has the advantage. The main advantage for him is, I believe, with his trainer.
Is he bigger? And
well, he's bigger as well, but I feel the main advantage for him. I feel the trainer disparity. He has a huge. I think that's
Derek James.
I think Derek James is comfortably better than Bomac. Not saying Bomac is bad, but I feel he has advantage there. And Crawford's biggest advantage is the fact that he hasn't had any real scares. He hasn't had any injuries. He hasn't had any car crashes. So he's physically he's at basically 100%. I think Spence physically he'll be as best as he can be, but the eye injury and obviously the car crash takes something out of you. Let's see if we'll keep it out of buck. I mean, it may be the blessing in disguise for him to switch on, but he may have that margin of room of error to work with because he's a bigger guy. He's fundamentally more sound. Put it this way, Spence is more fundamentally sound. Like I said, with his trainer, makes the right decisions. Whereas Crawford probably has a bit more ability, a bit more fast twitchy. He has, depends how you view skill, but he can do more things. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And so they used a great comparison where Crawford is more Kevin Garnett, and do you know who Spence is?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. And I think that's an analogy that Spence used, and that's a fantastic analogy to be honest. It sums them both up.
And then if you look at the history of the two, tell me one more. So it's kind of one way more actually. So in terms of Derek James being his trainer, who else does he train? Does he train is he a Cody?
No.
Oh, Cody's Conk, isn't it? He trains Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua, now Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, and one of the Charlos. I can't always forget which one he is.
Okay. And there's a big name in the industry, isn't he? You were talking about him. You were raving about him when you were talking about Anthony Joshua. Obviously, Anthony Joshua's skills haven't been refined under Derek James yet. It needs a more refinement. But him and Ever Spence have been.
You give it time to marinate.
Him and Ever Spence have been going for a time now. So obviously that combination is strong. In terms of what it would mean for each fighter if they were to win, if Ever Spence was to win the fight, what would it mean for his career going forward?
I mean, he's been undisputed at welterweight, the first one to do so at the 4-weight world era, solidified his legacy, and then obviously he can move up to go and hopefully claim undisputed at 154 against the Charlos. That's the plan. The winner of the fight goes and does that, and then he really starts his claim as an all-time great. I mean, as a proper all-time great. If that makes sense. Like undeniable all-time great. I mean, and the way he's done it, he'll be one of the best paths to undisputed. Probably arguably the best. Taking the belt from Sean Paul, Ugas, Kell Brook, and then Terence Crawford. Boy,
he holds three. Is it three?
Three. Yeah, he holds the WBA, WBC, and the IBF.
And then Crawford has one.
WBO. Crawford
who
has the brand.
Who has the ring?
The ring is not. No one has the ring. The winner will take the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
People were saying that. I saw the argument online that was saying that the ring is probably the best belt of the four.
Yeah, ring will be the fifth belt. Ring is to solidify who's the best fighter, or signify who's the best fighter of the division, who's the lineal champion. And so usually the undisputed title holder does have the ring belt. but sometimes the ring bell's raking. A lot of the time the ring bell's raking. So yeah.
Okay.
But if Crawford wins, he has a real. He'll be a free weight world champion, the first man to be undisputed in the 4-belt world era, world title era in 2 divisions. And he will look likely to go up to get a 4th belt in the 4th division, undisputed against Charlo. If he's able to beat Spence, he's really knocking for top 20-ish per se. I mean, people still probably put out his resume, but if he was able to solidify about being Charlo as well, then top 10 is.
And Charlo hasn't fought in 2 years, hasn't he? Isn't he supposed to fight Tizu?
That's the bigger Charlo, the 161.
Okay.
I can't remember the name. The 154 one has, I believe, fought.
Is undisputed at 154?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, in terms of going up in weight, do you think both of them could handle that extra £7 and still be able to be as accomplished a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, Spence is massive at the weight. Spence, he's done well to stick at his weight his whole career. Spence can go up to 160. I mean, Spence didn't have his injuries and the car crash. Obviously, this fight would happen 2 years ago, and you know, they say hypothetically Spence won. Spence will probably be on his way to 160 by now.
Okay.
So Spence can easily go up. Crawford's got enough skill and talent; he could go up as well. I mean, these are supreme athletes. The supreme athletes that are supremely skilled in boxing, they go up divisions. So that's why I said Shakur, supreme athlete, supremely talented, could end up having belts in at least 4 divisions. Haney, not as talented as a boxer, but he's got good athleticism, good dimensions. He got these 3-4 belts. Tank's power, he's really got on 3 divisions. He probably got to end up in 147. So these guys, they can really, you know, do the thing.